to find me. I'll be in the last place you would look, in a place where people used to be, a land that's called reality. You'll find me there. I won't be catching up on Reddit. I won't be watching any news. I'll let the planet spin without me, 'cause everything has been without me sometime. And everyone will be alright if I'm not live by satellite. It's a beautiful day, I'm running away. Don't bother to Facebook message or call me.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Filmbox podcast. My name is Aaron Souza.
Hey everyone, I'm Connor.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And like a shitty movie with a love scene, we've forced our way back into your lives for this very special episode of the Filmbox podcast. It's the first week of October, ladies and gentlemen.
It's spooky season.
It's spooky season. And we are so excited to get this month kicked off and kind of get our first themed month of the podcast into reality. So gentlemen, the way that we can explain to the audience how this month is going to work, at least in particular, is well, we've got a whole bunch of podcasts themed around the spoopy season.
Mm-hmm.
And to kick us off this week, we're going to be doing some one-star Amazon reviews, for some horror movies. Also, we're doing a fight night, which is what I'm calling this bit now, and I will not rename it. No matter what. So if you hear something different, it's not true. No, but we're gonna be doing like a bracket style breakdown of some of the more classic horror movies in existence.
I'm excited. I haven't gotten my ass kicked in a while, so I'm ready for some fights.
So how are you guys doing?
Doing great. Like always.
Well, I just said I wanted to get my ass kicked, so I'm doing great.
All right. Well, so for this particular episode, we don't have any news. We don't have anything like that. We're just going to be focusing on the season that we all have come to love, the spooky season.
Mm-hmm. Similar to like a March Madness type bracket.
Yep.
We've got some horror movie villains who are just icons of the genre. We got them pitted up against each other. See who will be our ultimate scary guy.
The champion.
Exactly.
But before we get into that, Connor, you got some Amazon reviews for us to guess.
Yeah, we're switching it up a bit. Sam was whooping me, so I've been relegated to announcer now. And Aaron's gonna get his shot to get whooped.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
Yeah, so 1-star Amazon movie reviews, horror themed, to go along the spooky season. Gentlemen, are you ready?
I've been born.
I'm ready.
Ready.
All right. I'll start off with, I think it's an easy one.
Okay.
Probably the worst movie ever. I wish I had one good thing to say. Oh, younger J-Lo, I suppose. That's it.
Younger J-Lo? Is this the movie Selena?
Is that a horror movie?
It's not a horror movie.
Then it wouldn't be here.
Shit.
You literally said that.
I already forgot the rules of this game.
Younger J-Lo.
I'll give you another shot.
I have another guess.
Yeah, I mean, that one was so bad, I don't even think it counts.
My guess is Anaconda.
Sam, do you have a guess?
I'm gonna go with the movie Teeth.
Good God.
Aaron, you got that one correct. That is Anaconda.
Let's go! I think it's the only horror movie she's been in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right.
Although the movie Teeth starring Jennifer Lopez would be whew, that would be something.
That would be a movie.
One that exists.
All right. Moving on. Aaron's up 1-0. This is the future of horror, folks. Nothing but remakes. They call them reboots or reimaginings because they know people hate remakes. So they make up these new lie words to cover their butts. This movie stinks from the first second on. Maybe I am biased because I love the first series and would dearly love to see it keep going.
Now that last part threw me off.
Yeah, me too.
Huh. Because both the movies that I was thinking of weren't just like, oh, I love the original series, because they were like 30 movies long. I'm gonna guess Prey.
Prey?
I'm gonna go with Saw.
Ooh.
Neither of you guys were correct.
Oh, really? Let me get. All right. For no points.
Yeah.
But is it? My first guess was gonna be Friday the 13th, the reboot.
Yes, that would have been correct.
Oh damn!
Oh,
Trust your gut.
oh my god!
I was actually thinking about that one too.
What? Why would they say like? Oh, why would they? I love the first series. It was 9 movies long and spanned like 20 years.
I was hoping that would be the giveaway, that the first series, so... I mean, the remake part probably gave it away, too, that it wasn't going to be an original. Alright, so still 1-0 Aaron. The third one, and final one, I guess. How can blank 3, with its serial killer subject, be funny? How can they do that? It's bad enough that they made blank 2, but blank 3 was way too much. They classified this movie as horror comedy. Yeah, right. I did not laugh or jump up once. What gives? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the original blank, but this is the third film, but this third film is so lame. It's not even funny.
Huh.
We go Halloween.
I'm guessing it's supposed to be a funny movie. So I'm gonna say.
Oh wait,
Play 3?
no, I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, if you guys couldn't tell, this is a franchise. The third installment in a franchise. That's a pretty big hint.
Yeah.
I can't remember if this franchise has a. Is it Scary Movie series? Let's go with Scary Movie. Right? Is that what it's called?
Guess. Yeah, Scary Movie.
Oh, Sam.
Oh, don't tell me! Don't tell me!
Oh no!
I changed my.
No.
No!
You were so close. It's Scream 3, not Scary Movie 3. The movie that those were all based off of.
Oh my god!
Well, that's why I thought it was a funny
Yeah,
remake.
Was Scream 3 supposed to be funny?
they're all supposed. Not all of them. Sorry.
I mean, Scream.
Scream 3 definitely had more comedic tones, but
I've only
I
seen
wouldn't
the
say it's
first
a horror
one.
comedy.
I thought I had I thought I had it with Child's Play 3.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow,
you were close, I guess.
I was close.
All right. So this is a bonus
Oh,
2-pointer.
oh,
This movie.
the same thing as last time.
Oh,
So, quite simply, this is the dumbest and most horrible movie ever. I'm going to give you a hint. It's not a franchise. It's a one-off.
It's a one-off. Oh
gosh.
god. Well, since I just saw it today, I'm gonna say no.
No.
Damn.
We're going to keep guessing until someone gets it. Or until I decide not to.
The Shining.
No. Think dumber.
Think Dumber.
Yeah.
Oh, Dumber.
Sharknado. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but you're on the right track.
Oh,
Oh.
God. So I was way off. My second guess was going to be Hereditary.
No. This movie is so dumb.
Oh, God. Is it like Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
Nope.
Damn. Wow.
Jaws.
Nope.
Jaws had sequels.
Yeah, this is as far as I can tell,
Yeah.
a single movie came out 2011.
2011.
2011. Oh,
That's a hint.
Oh God. I'm probably gonna hate myself when you reveal it.
I don't know if you'll hate yourself, but do you guys give up?
I do.
Sam, you got a final guess?
shit. I don't know. Nah, I give up.
This is the movie Rubber about
my
a
God, the
homicidal
car.
car tire.
Nice.
Oh shit! It's bad.
You know what's crazy? This has a 4-star review on Amazon.
How? How could someone look at that and say that's a masterpiece? What I just saw, worth my time.
Mwah, cinema. That's almost 2,000 reviews. Good lord, people, get a hobby.
Jesus Christ! Watch something else. There's better movies than Rubber. Watch Flubber. It's a better movie.
That
Yeah.
actually is a good movie.
Flubber was good. But
And it's almost the same name. You don't even have to do much effort. Just change the movie.
alas, Aaron, you are today's winner with a resounding
Yeah,
1 point.
1-0.
Let's go. If I could have had two, if I gave myself that second guess.
Honestly, if anything, I think Sam was also was very close to getting that Scream one.
Mm-hmm. He was too. This could have been a lot more competitive, but like most things, we suck.
Yeah.
Most things we suck.
Well, let's see if we suck at judging these horror movie villains.
All right, so we've got a bracket here of 16 horror movie icons. I'm just gonna go down the list and name them off real quick. So we got Chucky, we got Michael Myers, we got Pennywise, we got apparently Bruce the Shark, although it's just the shark from Jaws.
He has a
We've
name.
got Freddy Krueger. We've got Pinhead from Hellraiser. We've got Jason Voorhees. We've got Jigsaw, Candyman. We've got Predator. We've got Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw. We've got the Xenomorph from Alien. We've got the Leprechaun from Leprechaun. I don't know if it has a name.
Just a leprechaun.
Yeah, Jack Torrance from The Shining. The Killer Clown from Outer Space Clown. And Ghostface from Scream. So quite the horror lineup we got going.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I think we just want to start top left and
Yeah, we'll
work
just
our way
start
down
from the top. Yeah. So
First
matchup.
ding ding.
We've got Chucky from Child's Play versus Michael Myers from the Halloween series.
Did you go over how we were going to rate these individuals?
Oh yeah, okay. So we're just gonna basically do like all aspects of this character we're gonna consider. So like how powerful they were in movie, how iconic the villain is, all that kind of stuff. And professionally determine a winner through this professional podcast.
Official winners too. This isn't
winner.
just our opinion. This is it.
The actual the legal determination. I shouldn't say that. We're just kidding.
What are they gonna do? Sue us?
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right. So, Chucky versus Michael Myers. My initial thoughts are with Michael Myers.
I was gonna say, do we want to make some pros and cons for each?
Yeah,
or-
let's
we could
do
do
some
that.
pros and cons. So, pro Michael Myers, scary as shit.
Scary as shit. Came around first, I think.
Yeah, he was one of the first slashers.
More movies.
Got the better nickname, the Boogeyman,
The Boogeyman.
the Shape.
Does Chucky even have a nickname?
Chucky, the killer doll.
Oh, oof, oof. That's negative points right there. Although I will
Negative
say,
trip.
Chucky, the funnier character, also
Absolutely.
the only character that has dialogue.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, pro for Chucky, he has had sex before.
Oh yeah, that's right. He had children.
Yes.
And
in
a wife.
The Bride of Chucky and The Seed of Chucky.
Good Lord, that is a terrible name.
So, let's see.
I guess another
Chucky-
pro for Chucky is if you are afraid of dolls. I guess he's just that much more.
Yeah, I think he was
Spooky.
probably like one of the birthers of
Counterpoint.
the scary doll trend. Not
Yeah.
trend, but
Counterpoint: if you're afraid of serial killers,
Yeah.
Michael Myers is your guy.
which is more likely, you know. Yeah, dolls, serial killer.
In terms of like how iconic, I mean, obviously, Michael Myers takes the cake.
Fortunately for Chucky, that is
Yeah.
true.
More iconic mask. I mean, Chucky doesn't even. I mean, technically, he has a mask. I guess
Yeah.
he's a doll.
I would say Michael has the creepier upbringing. Just because, like, it's much more mysterious.
Yep.
Um,
We got
Which one's more powerful, you think?
I think Michael is
Michael
dog.
Myers.
Yeah, that's
Chucky.
that. I was gonna say that's what I thought too.
Chucky is a doll.
At
Yeah.
the end of the day, he is a doll.
He is a doll.
It is funny in the movies whenever they actually do realize that he is a doll and they just pick him up and throw him. Not doing that to Michael.
I will say the comedic value gives Child's Play some points.
Yeah,
Chucky some
real. And I will give Chucky the point, or the point. He's been played pretty much only by Brad Dourif. In the remake, he was voiced by Mark Hamill, but
I mean,
that's not our Chucky. This is our Chucky.
also iconic. Mark Hamill as Chucky is iconic.
Yeah, and a lot of men have donned the mask. So I will give
think-
Chucky a point there.
All right, so let's go with the official vote here.
The
So
final
my
vote.
vote is for Michael Myers.
I'll go Michael.
I will also be going Michael Myers.
Wow, that is a clean sweep for Michael Myers.
I think he's the better
that's
movies too.
Yeah, he does.
True.
Down goes
right.
Chucky. Oop, down goes Chucky.
All right. Matchup
Round-
number 2.
Yeah, number 2.
Pennywise versus Bruce.
The shark.
Bruce.
So
Shark friend, not food.
pros for Pennywise.
Is it? Wait, wasn't Bruce the name
Of the
the shark
yes,
in Finding Nemo?
yes, it was.
Did they do that on purpose?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I thought.
Congratulations, Aaron. You have grown
Wow.
up.
Finally got that.
I thought they just gave the shark a random name. Like, oh, this is Brucey the shark. All right, cool.
Well, like he doesn't have the name in the movie. It was like that was the.
Well,
While
no,
they were
the-
making it, they're like, "All right, bring in Bruce."
Huh. Weird.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. My life is changing as we record.
So, pro for Pennywise.
Scary.
Yeah, he is the.
yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't say he's the scariest clown ever. I would point to Terrifier for that. But
Oh yeah.
scariest clown on this list, which there are 2.
I mean, if you want to count Jigsaw as a clown, he does wear makeup, so
Well, he's a puppet, not a clown. Yeah, he kind of is I guess the face of the scary clown movement.
I can see that.
although I will say, like, I thought this was going to be like a runaway for Pennywise, but the more I thought about it, like, Pennywise kind of sucks at being a villain.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's, in my eyes at least, this is definitely not an easy win for Pennywise. Even though,
Like-
so both iterations I think are very, when what's his name, Jack Curry played him in the mini series.
Tim Curry.
Tim
Tim
Curry,
Curry.
not Jack. Who's Jack Curry?
No one.
Steph Curry.
It does not exist.
When Steph Curry played him. Yeah, Tim Curry played him. Very iconic
Timothy
portrayal.
Currington.
Yeah. Seventh pick out of Davidson.
And then
The Scars God.
yeah,
One of them.
Skarsgård.
I forgot his name. Skarsgård.
Skarsgård. Fuck. Now I can't remember the name.
Is it Bill?
Bill.
It better. Yeah, Bill Skarsgård. Okay.
Bill Skarsgård.
Should've-
I almost said Peter Skarsgård. I was like, that's not. I'm stupid. That's not right.
Yeah. So, but on the other hand, pro for Bruce. Literally everyone who has like seen Jaws or even knows Jaws is like, I don't want to be swimming in the ocean. What if a shark eats me?
We got to think about the theme song for Jaws too. That is one of the most
Iconic.
iconic theme songs in existence.
Oh, you're right.
Iconic
And
intro.
Jaws was the first summer blockbuster in cinema history that spawned the summer blockbuster genre of films.
And it's directed by Steven Spielberg. So
Yeah.
And oh my god, and it's a Steven
It
Spiel-
literally
but
scared people out of the water.
yep. But I will say, better movies overall. The It series has that.
Yes. I think
The
if
the Jaws series, everything besides the first one,
kind of trash.
sucks.
Kind of
Yeah.
trash.
I mean, Jaws 3D, The Revenge.
Part of me.
Come on.
Oh, no, that was 4.
almost as worse as
Oh,
Star
sorry,
Trek.
Jaws 4.
Which is somehow even dumber than a 3D shark movie. But sorry, Sharknado 3D. But this might be a hot take. It was like probably one of the first shark movies to be like considered really good. I would also say it's one of the last shark movies to be considered good.
I mean, out of the 6 shark movies that there probably are.
Dude, there's a shit ton of them.
Was it 47 meters down? Is that what this is called?
47 meters.
That was
down,
that was
open
actually pretty
waters,
good.
deep blue
That was
sea.
actually
I
a
forgot
pretty
there's
decent
the
movie.
Meg.
The
Meg,
Meg's a
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, there's a good amount. Jaws is still hands down the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say also Pennywise, better actors.
Oh yes,
I had a tough time with the Jaws actor because it was a robot.
yes. But on the other hand, they actually had it's not a real shark, obviously, but they had they had a prop. They didn't just use like visual effects for it, which
They did have an actual prop.
you got to give them credit for that too.
They did use visual effects on Bill Skarsgård for a lot.
Yeah, it's contrary to popular belief, he cannot just unhinge his jaw and deadlights pop out from him. Contrary to popular belief.
Hiya, Georgie.
You know what? I'm kind of leaning towards Bruce a little bit.
Yeah, I was giving it to Bruce.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Jaws is more iconic, but Pennywise is. I think people tend to like the movies better and the character better.
I think about this though. As a villain, Pennywise got his ass kicked at the end of the first one, and then got his ass kicked by being called names in the end of the second one.
Yeah.
by kids. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So as far as villains go, scary, but he kind of sucks.
Like, they had
kind of trash.
They had to blow this shark up multiple times.
Yeah.
and it ate 2 people.
Yeah, I'll give it to Bruce because I keep on going back to the theme song. That's if you hear that, every single person you ask knows. What
Just
that's
even that first scene from the first Jaws. Chills. That's just how tense it is, how scared you are, because you just don't see the shark, and this poor girl is getting dragged all over the place, and then she's gone.
from. Spoilers.
If you haven't seen the 1975 movie Jaws, sorry to spoil it for you, but people die
A shark.
In a horror movie.
Yeah,
about sharks.
Yeah, a shark ate someone.
Would you even consider Jaws a horror movie, or would you consider it like a thriller?
I guess it is kind of like a
I would say
thriller.
more thriller.
But still, anyways.
But yeah, it's still horror adjacent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if not horror in itself. All right, matchup number 3.
Freddy Krueger versus Pinhead from Hellraiser.
All right.
In terms of iconic, Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger. Yeah.
Yeah, the finger knives I would say is a bit more iconic than the pinhead.
I don't know. Like I haven't seen Hellraiser like really in a long time. But like I'm trying to think back. Did he do much in that movie?
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
So,
Like, I mean, he was the leader of the Xenobites or whatever the hell they're
Cenobites.
called. Yeah, the Xenobites.
the Hell
But, like,
Squad.
But like, I don't remember them doing that much.
So my Hellraiser knowledge is pretty limited to like the first 2, maybe scenes from the third, but yeah, pretty much it's more. At least the first one, it was more of like a. He doesn't show up until like well into the movie, and you know he's intimidating, of course. I forget the actor's name who plays him. Does a fantastic job with the because obviously his face is all prosthetic. His voice is very like commanding, like pretty scary. But otherwise, yeah, he really doesn't do a whole lot in the first one.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like, I mean, Freddy Krueger is like spawned an entire fear of dreams and falling asleep,
Yeah.
which is terrifying.
Doug Bradley was the name. It's just going back to the Pinhead actor. But yeah, no, I think Freddy. He was, not only was he like a staple of like if you had a Mount Rushmore of horror movie villains or even just horror movie franchises.
No, horror melons.
Millens, one of Millens.
Horror melons.
Yeah, he's obviously up there, but he also started the trend of like comedic tones being in horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that's something that carries over to many different franchises. A lot of them on this list, you know.
Yep.
So that can't be understated for how just iconic he is.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give this one to Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Freddy.
Plus, Robert Englund is just fantastic.
Iconic.
Fantastic. Which
All right.
matters a lot here.
It does, absolutely. Matchup number 4, we've got Jason versus Jigsaw.
Jim Kramer.
Oof, this is gonna be a good one.
I think so as well.
Sounds like the matchup of the day.
So,
Also,
matchup of the day. I need like an air horn.
also his name is John Kramer, not Jim Kramer. Sorry, I've been messing up my names all day.
Jim Kramer is
He's
like
the finance guy.
yeah. Jim Kramer. Kramer and Kramer.
Yeah.
Kramer from Seinfeld.
Yeah, we don't talk about him.
What, you don't want you don't want to be involved with that, man?
You know, probably not.
Oh boy. Well,
Back to
this
here.
is a good matchup.
So
This is a good matchup.
we've got. You know, I'm not even gonna say he was like the first slasher because he wasn't technically even in the first Friday the 13th movie.
It wasn't even the first. Like Michael Myers was really the first like iconic slasher.
Yeah.
But when you think of like horror movie villain, you think of a guy in a hockey mask with a machete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that, just you can't just excuse how iconic the hockey mask is, the machete is.
Although to be fair, didn't have the hockey mask until the third movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but even if you don't associate the hockey mask with a horror, like even if you just see it in like a museum or on the street, you instantly think of Jason Voorhees.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, at least. I mean, that's
Plus, he racked up a massive body count in his prime.
Yeah, in terms of like being an actual villain, he almost always won. Actually, that's not true. He did lose a lot, but he always came back because he was either undead or revived or magic or some bullshit
Yeah,
because
because
they wanted to make a lot of money.
yeah. Did you, before we even kind of get on, did you know that uh, in this original saga, I guess, series, they pumped out movies 1980, 1981, 82, 84, 85, 86, 88.
Jesus Christ.
They did not let them breathe without making another one. 89, 93.
More Friday.
Yeah,
Give us Friday.
we need it.
I need it.
Because he was
Give
that
me
iconic,
Friday.
though. It was just like, oh, fuck, we got something here.
Jigsaw, though, iconic movies.
Mhm.
The Saw movie changed the game for low budget horror,
Introduced torture porn movies as well. That genre,
which
subgenre.
was the whole thing. But I'd say creatively, you know what? Actually, in terms of like brain power, Jigsaw has it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But
obviously.
I want to say creatively, they're both pretty similar. I mean, Jason does a lot of stabbing and stuff like that, but in the way that he kills people, it's very creative. Jigsaw, his traps, also very creative. So
But-
I was gonna give it to Jigsaw,
but
I feel like that's kind of
famously,
a tie.
Jigsaw John Kramer makes it a point that he does not kill people. Like they everyone that he traps has like the choice, or not the choice. Obviously, if they choose, they wouldn't be in a trap, but they have the ability
the
to
ability.
escape. Which
Yeah.
personally, I think is bullshit. Like you can't stick a bear trap on someone's head and be like, oh well, they couldn't get out at time. That's not my fault.
Yeah, you can't just drop somebody in a pool of needles and just be like, yeah, just crawl your way out.
Find
of
the key.
there. Find the
It's
key.
there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. You can't put like a shotgun on the ground and be like, well, they shot each other. I mean, I didn't do that.
That whole twisted thinking, kind of docks him a little bit there. Jason's just a kill machine.
Yeah, and I think that with the movies too, Friday, I feel like the best way I could say it is like they're kind of all the same. What you get some variations with like Friday, what was it? Friday 5, A New Beginning.
Yeah, the one with the non-Jason.
The non-Jason, then they make him zombie Jason. You do get
They
some
make him magic zombie Jason.
yeah. With the Jigsaw movies, that was like a soap opera. Like there was a lot of it like each story actually, like the previous ones mattered in this. You could drop someone into like Friday Part 4 without having watched the first 3 and just be like, all right, I mean, you don't really need to know anything. You know, that's Jason. He kills people. Good to go.
Cool.
Because they don't really carry over characters that often.
Not a whole lot.
So
I guess another up for Jason. He has a video game after him too.
Oh, yeah, he
that
does
is
have-
true. And his
I mean, I
legal
think there's a
battles finally
Yeah.
he beat the allegations.
He beat the allegations. Yeah, he was accused of murder and then he was acquitted on all counts. No, all right. Final vote time.
I'm going.
My vote is for Jason.
Jason. Yep.
Yeah, I'm going Jason.
All right. Next matchup, we've got
The Candyman.
Candyman versus the Predator.
The OG Predator.
Now, I will say I've never seen the Predator movies, but I will say in terms of dedication, I'm gonna have to give it to Tony Todd, the actor for Candyman, because he put bees in his mouth.
Yeah, if you haven't seen him, he did a lot of the stunts where like, because a lot of his thing is like bees, attracted to honey. His backstory, he was killed by honey and bees. Anyway, yeah, he put bees in his mouth for a scene.
And not just like one or two, like it was a whole hive.
Mm-hmm. The Candyman movies, original, fantastic. I think at least. You know what's funny though?
What's that?
So the guy who wrote or created Pinhead and Hellraiser, Clive Barker,
Yep.
is also the reason, or he wrote the books called Books of Blood, sorry, which is the story of Candyman. So he is responsible for both Pinhead and Candyman. I thought that was kind of cool.
That is cool.
Um,
Predator, more iconic.
Definitely more iconic.
Has the iconic line from Arnold. Get to the chopper!
Get to the chopper.
A lot of iconic lines in those movies. Let's see. There's for Candyman. He has I guess 4 technically movies. With the recent one coming out last year, bit of a reimagining, if you will. The Predator, he's been in quite a bit of movies. Predator 2, Predators,
Alien versus Predator. I forgot about those.
The Predator.
All right. In terms of naming, they
Did not get creative.
They really. It's like what should we? It's like I'm sure we'll talk about it in the next one too, the next matchup. But like,
Yeah.
you gotta get a little more creative than that, guys.
Yeah, it's like, it's not even just like, it's Friday the 13th, part 1, part 2, part 3. It's like, no, it's Predator, and then you reboot it and it's Predators. Reboot it again, it's The Predator. And then this last time they're like, scrap it, it's Prey. Yeah, I think
Do we want to vote?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Predator.
I'm gonna give it to Candyman.
Oh man, it's
The first time we actually have to put this to a.
Honestly, I was gonna give it to Candyman, and I'm sticking with my vote.
I think he is just. Tony Todd does such a good job as a character. Even if the movies aren't good as they go on, he is carrying it.
And he's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
All right, wow, our first controversial one.
Man.
Candyman.
Candyman by decision. I don't know.
All right, so we got Leatherface versus the Xenomorph from Alien.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we want to talk about bad movie names. Let's talk about Alien and the sequel to Alien, Aliens.
And then...
What was the third one even called? It's like Alien 3.
I think it was Alien. Yeah. Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection.
Oh my god.
And then you get Prometheus, Alien Covenant, and then all the Alien vs. Predator movies as well.
I don't know. Just something about that turns me off. Don't like it.
You have a bad name?
I mean, honestly,
he's out.
Until like 2 months ago, I thought Alien and Aliens was the same movie. Had no idea. Had no idea.
You know, that's...
Yell at me.
Yell at him, not me or Sam.
No, definitely not.
Well, I mean, if we're going to talk about names, too, we got to talk about, like, you have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Then each time it gets rebooted, they just slightly change the name. So the first one is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, chainsaw being 2 words. Yep. Then it's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1 word. And then the trash, I guess the trash Texas Chainsaw 3D drops Massacre, drops the, and then the
drops the,
and then the even worse 2022 one is just called Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So they had 4 words to play with and came up with 4 different titles.
How can we make titles out of Texas Chainsaw and Massacre? And the.
Yeah.
We can call it Texas the Chainsaw Massacre. Get out.
Texas the Chainsaw Massacre Part 4.
Massacre, Texas Chainsaw, Chains, Texas.
Massacre.
Chainsaw, the Texas Max.
I like that.
Texas, the chain massacre saw. Anyway, let's get back on track.
Chainsaw, the chainsaw.
Let's
in
get
Texas.
back on track. So, Leatherface
man.
versus the alien.
Leatherface, pretty cool dude.
Pretty iconic in his own right.
I would argue that Alien's a little bit more iconic, though.
I was gonna say I
will
think
say.
Alien, just because, kind of in its own class. Like, Leatherface is another slasher. The Alien is an alien.
Also, like Leatherface, when you really look at it, he's kind of like a tragic villain almost. Like he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah,
Like in that first movie, he didn't want to be the bad guy.
yeah,
And in the second one, didn't he just want to find love?
you could say that. But yeah, no, in a lot of the Texas Chainsaw Massacres, it's very much a, hey, these people just walked into my house.
Yeah.
And
And the family were the ones who were like psychotic.
they were
and just
pushing
told
him.
Leatherface
Yeah, they were
to go
pushing
do
him
shit.
to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
Alien, that's like a
It's an-
alien
It's an
species.
alien. It's so cool. Like the more I think about it, like it's just an alien.
Yeah. Really cool design too.
Plus the xenomorph bursting out of the chest is
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was just about to talk about that too.
That the chest burst scene, often replicated, never imitated, or what? No, that's not it. It's been done countless times after it, but none are as good as that first.
I don't know. The scene in Spaceballs is pretty sick.
Never see it.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Literally, it was like a little cameo at the end of the. They were at the whole movie, like the two characters who were supposed to spoof Han Solo and Chewbacca. All they wanted was to get to the diner at the end of the universe. And at the end of the movie, they finally got to the diner at the end of the universe, order their food, and then some dude starts spazzing out, and an alien bursts through its chest and starts doing the can to that song.
Check,
And,
please.
And they're like, yeah, check please, and then the movie ends.
That's pretty funny.
It's hilarious. I mean, it was a Mel Brooks movie, so what do you expect? It's gonna be just
That's one of my favorite Mel Brooks movies too.
So Leatherface.
But I have to give it to Alien.
Yep, I'm gonna vote for Alien.
Yeah, I mean, I want to give it to Leatherface, but
Doesn't matter. Your opinion doesn't
at this
matter
point,
now.
like, I could just toss him a vote and just be like, you know what? I see you, buddy. Don't kill me.
All right.
On to the next.
Leprechaun versus Jack Torrance. Now, this one
So,
I think is going to be very easy.
pro for Leprechaun. He has more than one movie.
Uh-huh.
He
I mean, technically, The Shining has a sequel.
he's not in it though.
He's not in it.
Oh yeah, was his
Doctor Sleep.
Doctor Sleep? Yeah, that's
With
what it was.
you and
my,
McGregor.
my main man, Ewan. Oh man, I love that man.
Yeah, I guess that's also a point for Jack Torrance and The Shining. It's a good sequel.
He did give birth to Ewan McGregor. That is canon.
Yeah,
Even if they do recreate like The Shining, I really don't think anybody can pull off what Jack Nicholson did in that movie. I think
He
Yeah.
he fully became that character. 100%.
yeah. You would think that. Well, if you've seen like the behind the scenes stuff, I think I would have gone crazy too, working on that set. It was not pleasant. I saw there's a scene with Scatman Crothers and little Danny where it's literally just like a scene of them trying to talk, and it is the most shot scene, or they had to do the most takes of that scene ever.
Yep.
Just
Good old Stanley.
yeah, Stanley Kubrick just apparently was a nightmare, but pumped out a miracle. So
But then again, it was was it Warwick Davis that played Leprechaun?
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like we're all leaning towards
But I'm leaning
Yeah.
towards.
So I do want to give the
Yeah.
Leprechaun his props. The guy's a little shit, but he is real fun to watch once you just buy into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's in the same mold as Chucky, and I'm kind of disappointed they didn't get pitted up against each other because I feel like that would have been a good one-to-one comparison. But you know, give him credit where he's due. Very funny. He gets creative with how he kills people and all of his one-liners. Plus, he made it to the hood twice, and in space. Where else has he been? Oh, and he also helped launch Jennifer Aniston's career.
Oh well, that's actually a pretty good point.
It is a good point.
I'm still gonna vote. I'm gonna cast my vote for Jack.
Yeah, he also has a pretty
Yeah,
big
me
like
too.
shoe fetish, which I can't get behind. So,
Yeah, that kind of negates the Jennifer Aniston thing.
yep.
Sorry,
All right, so Jack Torrance by knockout.
by KO.
Just punted the little
Um,
guy.
All right, and last matchup of the first round, and then we'll probably be able to rapid fire through the next couple.
Yeah, now that we've
but-
kind of background.
Yeah. So we got the Killer Clown from Outer Space versus Ghostface from Scream. So Killer Clowns from Outer Space is
Fucking,
a wild movie.
it's just hilarious just to look at with no context.
Yeah, so I think you have to look at it like this. Like, that movie is not good, but it's not supposed to be good. It's about clowns from outer space that kill people.
With cotton candy guns.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be good. But in terms of entertainment value,
Phenomenal.
100%.
And they're getting a video game too.
Yeah, I
Or
just
get
saw
a
that.
video.
On
But
the,
I will say, Ghostface, one of the most iconic killers in horror.
Yeah,
even, I mean, I guess he is in Dead by Daylight, so he does have that kind of representation. Yeah, no, Ghostface, he's got the iconic mask, the screaming mask.
And in Halloween, you see these kids running around with that mask all the time. I think more than any of these other villains. I think.
I mean, how you
he's
look at
one
like
of the.
you look at TikTok and everyone's got a scream mask on.
I think that we need to give a point to Ghostface strictly because I know that the killer's called Ghostface. I don't know what the clown is called.
Well, there's like a bunch of them, and they all have different names.
I do know that there's a bunch.
Like, I think the one pictured, and unfortunately you guys can't see it, but we do have like I think his name is Shorty.
Nice.
Yeah,
Also, Scream, the movie, heralded in a whole like genre revival of horror and slashers.
it is the
becoming,
meta
like,
horror movie.
Yeah, like it made horror movies into something that's self-aware, that knows what they are, and
While
like,
still
plays
being
off of
scary.
that.
Like, a lot of times
Yeah.
when you have like a self-aware horror movie, they're kind of playing it for jokes and it kind of kills it. But no, like in at least the original Scream, and I would even say Scream 2, they maintained like the tension while being able to point a finger at itself, essentially. Largely because of Ghostface, and I still think the reveal that there are two killers, still one of the best.
And yeah, like I was about to say, like when you look at like we take for granted because the movie's been out for a while, but like the twists in that movie are good.
Mhm.
Like you're not predictable.
Yeah, like if you've seen Scream, you kind of know, like, I'm always supposed to be suspicious of the significant other. And they play into that, but then you get a little twist there. And I think that they continue to like realize what the trend is in horror and then use that to craft their next story.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I feel like Ghostface
right.
gets my vote.
Yep, Ghostface gets my vote.
Same as me.
All right. Round 2.
Fight.
We've got fight. Michael Myers versus Bruce the Shark.
So now we gotta really nitpick
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
man, I got so much bias. I really do,
What's your bias?
dude. I love sharks.
Dude, bro,
I'll
bro,
fucking-
sharks are the shit, man.
Bro.
Bro, seriously, like I love sharks so much. My little dumb self sat at the end of my driveway when I was a kid growing up. I had a lemonade stand, and on the whiteboard in front of that it said, "We're gonna save the sharks. Your quarter, 1/4 for 1 cup of lemonade."
My God, you did not.
I did. I raised
Oh.
an astounding 50 cents.
That's awesome.
They got 50 cents.
It's also my fault for not realizing I lived in a more secluded neighborhood, so it wasn't just people walking by.
Like, man, business is booming.
I made a whole 50 cents, man.
Wow, if I do this every day, I could have $6.
I could die in poverty, man. But those sharks,
Oh my God, they'll be saved. My 50 cents will help.
yeah.
Oh man.
But
On the other side, though,
I mean, Michael Myers
aside from your love of sharks,
he's still the
the
slasher.
He is. Yeah.
Actually, no,
the OG slasher.
he's not my the slasher.
He's the OG slasher.
He's the OG, but he's not my slasher.
And I will die on the hill that his mask is the most terrifying thing in horror. Like seeing the speechless,
Expressionless,
pale, expressionless mask
especially in these newer ones.
of William Shatner.
Mhm.
I mean, it's just terrifying. So my vote, Michael Myers.
My vote's for Bruce.
Oh man.
Boy.
Yeah. Let's see. I've only seen the first Jaws.
The only one you need to see.
Yeah, that's true.
The suspense.
Give it to Michael.
Yeah, let's go.
That's
Michael
fair.
Myers
Moving on.
winning.
So
All right, now our huge
This is-
matchup.
this is-
I think this is the matchup of the day, actually.
this is
Yeah,
an
this is gonna be
unfortunate
the-
one. This is like in college basketball. It's like, man, they really got Gonzaga and Duke going up against each other right now.
and it's not the final.
Yeah, it's round 2.
Not even the final 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Freddy-
We got Freddy Krueger versus Jason Voorhees.
Famously, which has its own movie.
Yeah. Yes. I will say, my vote will strictly be determined by the outcome of that movie, in which Jason Voorhees wins. So my vote is for Jason.
Yeah, I'm going because they're so close together. I'm gonna base my vote based off the remakes that have been made.
Okay.
This might be a hot take. I think the remake of Friday the 13th is better than the original one.
Really?
Just from a pure movie perspective. Like the new Jason in 2009 was absolutely terrifying because he would like run after you. And it gave a bit more context, like, okay, here's how he can just kind of pop up everywhere. And the new Freddy from, I forget what year that one came out, not great. You know, that's where they kind of confirmed that he was doing a little more than just scratching little kids, which never want to see. So my vote is for Jason.
Yeah, I was gonna go with Jason also.
All right.
All right, that
So in a shockingly unanimous
shockingly
decision,
easy.
Jason Voorhees. I mean, I did base my opinion strictly off of the fact that Jason won in Freddy versus Jason.
Wait, maybe a little biased. That's a predetermined outcome, but he was cooler in that
all
movie.
right. Next matchup, we've got Candyman versus the Xenomorph.
This is
Now,
interesting.
this is I don't know. I feel like in terms of pure like terror factor, the idea of being stuck on a ship with a xenomorph is just like the worst outcome.
Especially in space.
In space, yeah.
And then even when it's like, okay, well, that's fine. I'm not in space. I'm on Earth. They bring it to Earth in the Alien vs. Predator movies, so don't even feel safe here. On the other hand, though, with Candyman, you say his name 5 times. I mean, you not escaping.
He will kill you.
There's no Ripley to save you.
But like on the same side of that,
You just
though,
don't say his name 5 times.
just don't say his name 5 times. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
And then
That's
you're
true.
fine.
Yeah.
Like Alien, like if you kill one alien, there's more of them.
Yeah.
There's not the only one. There's more.
Yeah. I mean, as iconic as Tony Todd is as Candyman, I think the Alien is on a whole nother level of just recognition.
Yep. I'm gonna have to give it to Alien, but I'm basing this decision off of strictly the fact that it was in Spaceballs, and Candyman was not.
There you go. Yeah, I'm also gonna go Alien.
I'm going Alien for an honorable reason. Oh, it keeps disappearing on me.
All right.
Last matchup.
And now our last matchup of round 2, Jack Torrance versus Ghostface.
So
Here's
This
Johnny.
one's tough.
this is this one I think is a lot tougher. Because on one hand, yes, you have multiple Scream movies, and the Ghostface mask is almost, I would even say, it's definitely on the level of Michael's mask, Jason's mask, the face mask from Texas Chainsaw. Like, nobody's topping Jack Nicholson's.
I know when you think of like psychotic killer, I mean it's Jack Nicholson.
It's
Giant.
just like it just resonates so much more. I will
Resonates.
I'm all off with my words.
You had that.
I swear I'm sober. Just slow. It's tough though, cause man, the first
I mean,
Scream is so good.
yeah, but I keep on going back to that bathroom scene when he's chopping down the door.
Yeah.
Like that's probably one of the most iconic scenes in all of horror. And both Jack Nicholson and was it Shelley Duvall? I think that's her name.
Yeah.
It was.
They both did an excellent job shooting that, and I don't know. I just don't think anything can really top that scene in horror.
Yeah, plus because of a Scary Movie, I feel like it kind of takes a lot of the edge off of like the Ghostface mask, because in that he's literally just a fucking joke. The famous "What's up?" But I guess that also plays into how popular he is, that they can just drop him into like a satirical movie like that.
All right, I'm going with Jack.
I'm gonna go Ghostface. Talk myself into it.
I have to go with Jack. I just think it's just more too iconic.
Yeah.
All right. Our final 4, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, the Xenomorph, and Jack Torrance. So our first matchup of the final 4 Michael Myers versus Jason Voorhees. Two very similar characters in horror.
Super similar.
One thing I want to
Like-
bring up with these two, first thing I think we're gonna judge them off of, Michael Myers' theme song, and the noise that Jason is it the.
Yeah.
I think those. What's more iconic to you guys?
I love the music of Halloween. It's just like for whatever reason, it's just so good.
But then again, if you hear that Jason, it's like
It's almost like
fuck.
it's like you hear the that's like hearing the dun, dun,
Yeah,
John
that's
Wick.
yeah.
like because that's not like that sound only pops up when Jason's coming. That's just like the intro music to the. So I mean, in that sense, I give the edge to Jason, even if like the Michael song is objectively better.
I will say I think Michael is a smarter killer.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
Michael is smarter, but Jason is more creative. Because I mean I think Jason has more resources at his disposal being at a camp instead of in like a suburban Midwest town.
Yep.
Because like, he's got a lake, he can drown you, he can shoot an arrow through your eye, he has his machete. He's
Yep.
beating people in a sleeping bag against a tree.
He's stabbing people in the face and then kicking them down a flight of steps in a wheelchair.
Yeah, he is knocking someone's head off with one
In the
punch
city.
and having it land in a trash can. Michael, I feel like he's kind of a one-trick pony. He's going to stab you with a kitchen knife.
Yeah.
Huh.
I will
I don't know.
I will say
I think I'm
Michael has gotten much better representation recently, but a lot of that's due to the legal battles.
true. I think I'm gonna vote for Michael though.
Oh,
Like the
you're-
music is just so iconic,
Yeah.
and I love a lot of the way that the first movie, especially, but even the 2018 one, like how those movies were filmed. There were just so many iconic shots. Like the first movie's steady cam shot or a single take shot rather to open the movie. It's just I am a sucker for long takes and single take stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna give it to Michael.
I have to give it to Jason. I feel
You're
like
making me be the decider again, I see.
Again.
yeah. Just because I feel like he's just... I don't want to say he's more entertaining, but just the variety in his kills. And I feel like the prospect of a new movie coming out, it titillates me a bit.
I mean, Halloween does have a new movie.
I know,
coming
but
out,
like
in this month.
but the thing is, I feel like there's been so many Halloween movies. It's like...
It's true.
The
I
last
want
one
that
wasn't
new
that
Jason.
great, right? Halloween Kills wasn't.
It was dumb. It
The
it
kills
wasn't.
were okay.
Yeah, it was like the most kills he's ever had, but
Evil dies tonight.
yeah, people are just so dumb in that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with Jason.
Let's
I think
go.
he's more
Man.
of a. I think
My
I think
heart.
his hockey mask is a little bit more iconic than Michael Myers' mask.
Wow. Upset, at least.
I agree, but I agree because it's like, okay, that mask. I feel like it was. You're only wearing that, or if you see it. Actually, I don't even know where I'm going with that. Scrap that. Scrap that.
Never mind.
Never mind. Thought retracted. All right, we got
All right.
the Xenomorph versus Jack Torrance. Another tough one.
I'm gonna continue my line of thinking with the Xenomorph and saying that, like, if I had to choose between which one I wanted to be trapped with, I'm choosing Jack Torrance because the xenomorph is fucking terrifying.
I mean,
And I will not.
he gets tricked by a kid.
He does. He gets tricked by a kid. And also, he's a guy. You shoot him, he's dead. Shoot the xenomorph, he's not doing anything.
Just make it more pissed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, but I don't think any of the Alien movies is as good as The Shining.
Well, no, that's hard to beat.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, okay, yeah, obviously Alien it's gotten a lot more coverage. You know, they've been able to make a lot more movies. I would say The Shining is like one of those movies you just can't remake, though, because of how iconic.
And I wouldn't want them to remake it either.
Yeah, like, I mean, they remade the, what was it? I think it was like Pet Sematary. Not like that movie was great or anything, but it definitely didn't need a remake, and I think it made it worse. I think they're smartly saying, no, The Shining, we'll give it a sequel, and that's it.
That's not even really related to the Jack Torrance character. Like, I mean, it is, but it isn't, I guess.
Like, it's completely new. A lot of the ideas are not original to The Shining.
Yeah.
Like, I get that it is, like, the book, it's based off the book, and that book was a sequel, but still. I feel like you're not getting another Jack Torrance. You're getting another Alien. You're not getting him.
All right, so what's everyone's vote?
I gotta go Jack.
Yeah, give me Jack.
Really, I'm going with Alien.
Man, it's tough.
It is. That's a tough.
I'm picking children right now. You know, this pains me as a mother.
I mean, I think more people would recognize Alien over Jack. I don't know.
It's like one of those
he's
things
just
where it's
such a
like,
better
oh,
character.
you know. Like, look at that face.
Yeah. Red rum.
Red rum,
All
red
right.
rum.
So, our final matchup: Jason versus Jack.
Fight.
Who wins?
All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Let's see.
this is a tough one.
Let's see. Well, I think both. I think in the same line that you guys were just talking about, like Jack Nicholson, like that movie, the one movie that he's in, is so iconic. It doesn't ruin the character at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like you look at the Jason movies, and they made so many of those, and some of them were pretty dumb.
Like Freddy vs. Jason and stuff.
Jason
Like
X.
even just the later Jason X, Jason Takes Manhattan, like
but
those movies were dumb.
they're never dumb because of anything he did.
Yeah, it just cheapens like oh, Jason died, but now he's been resurrected, and now he's sunk to the bottom of a lake, and now he's been resurrected, and now he's dead, but now it's the future, and it's like, all right, enough with that. Give me one movie where a villain is so iconic that like you don't have to make another movie with him in it. Like that's it.
So,
Although he did only survive like a little bit as an evil villain before he froze to death.
yeah, I mean, this is something I forgot to bring up when we were talking about Michael, but we all know Halloween 1, Halloween 2, those are, you know, a continued story. And Halloween 3 is just completely random.
Yeah.
Because Halloween was originally meant to be like an anthology type series where each movie would be like its own thing in this universe. But people loved Michael so much, they're like, no, bring him back. And I feel like that, I don't know if like the public had the same opinion with Jason because we never, I guess like the first one, there wasn't a Jason, but.
Yeah, there wasn't a Jason, and then the second one and the third one. I mean, they just came out so quickly together too. It was like you said earlier, like 1980, then 1981, then 1982, then 1984, and then 1985.
I think that just
It's
speaks
like,
to how popular it was. It was like, oh god, people like love this character. We gotta give them more.
at the
Was
same
it a
time,
good
though, it was
decision?
like,
Should they have paced it out and came up with like new stories? Yeah, but I think there you can even see like the growth of Jason, even though he is like very emotionless as a serial killer. You know, you see him as a kid in the first one, then he becomes like a grown up who doesn't know really what he's doing in the second one. Then third one he gets his iconic mask. And he starts to learn, and then he dies, and then he gets zombified. Like he's just a badass. And they couldn't stop bringing him back.
all right, I'm gonna cast my vote.
I'm gonna cast my vote.
My vote is gonna be for Jack, and the reason I'm casting it, and you just made me think of this, he is a much more complex villain than Jason. Jason is a one-dimensional killer machine. Jack Torrance is much more like characteristically
Nuanced.
complicated. Yes, he's very nuanced, and that's why I'm choosing Jack.
And I'm picking Jason for the exact same reason.
Oh.
Because he is literally just a killing machine. And people love that. I love that about him. I know exactly what I'm getting.
The decider.
Oh, not again.
Decider.
For the winner.
For the winner, the decider.
All right. Jason, more movies. I think he is more recognizable than Jack Torrance. I think he, again, just a killing machine. But I keep on going back on Jack.
Back to Jack.
Back to Jack. You know, here's Johnny scene. That's, I don't know. That's just one of the things I think about when I think of horror. But again, I don't know.
Drum roll, please.
By a slim margin.
A drum roll right here. Just
Slim margin. I do have to give the edge to Jack Torrance.
oh,
Okay.
And of course he's
Torrance.
directed by the great Stanley Kubrick as well. So I just I have to.
Wow.
That's what my choice is.
I must
so
say,
our winner of the horror movie villain bracket is Jack Torrance, the one who everyone saw coming.
while I am disappointed with this outcome, I accept the results of this democratic process.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting him to win, but talking through everything and actually thinking
I
about
didn't even vote for him last round.
Yeah, that's the hard part about doing this is like because I was gassing him up against the alien. I was like, you don't need more movies. Like you see him, and like if you know, you know. But then on the other hand, it's like
He's got a lot of
he's
movies,
got a lot
though.
of movies. You recognize him without having to see the movies. It's iconic.
Wow. Well, this has been an amazing Fight Night episode. I want to thank everyone for listening. I want to thank you guys for participating. This has been an awesome time, and we'll definitely be doing a lot more of this. Maybe even before this episode comes out. You never know. There might be more. But yeah, so thank you for listening. Thank you very much for listening. I gotta obviously do our little plugs here. So, if you like what you listen to, you can follow us, subscribe to us on your favorite podcast platform. Give us a review and a rating. That all really helps us out, and we really appreciate it. You can follow us on socials. We got a Twitter, we got a Facebook, we got an Instagram, we got TikTok, we got all those kind of stuff. So you can follow us there on those socials. We've got merch you can get on Redbubble with our logo on it. And also I'm going to be linking our Letterboxd accounts here, so you can kind of keep up with what we've been watching and how we feel about movies and all that kind of stuff. So, and I also want to thank Josh Woodward for our amazing theme music. It's great work, and we love it. So, yeah. But without further ado, this has been the Film Box Podcast. My name's Aaron Souza,
It's your boy Connor.
And I'm Sam.
and we'll see you next time.
Good night.
See ya.
Beautiful day, I'm running away. Don't bother to Facebook message or call me. Cause I'm living life in airplane mode and everything is okay. I just wanna play, unplug for the day and live in the moment.